Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life here with Hunter and Ryan. I'm Briggs. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I just finished my lunch before I came up here.
Yeah, how was it?
It was good. It was okay.
What was it?
Mid, as the kids say.
It's mid?
It was fine, but it's my first day having lunch after the Easter weekend. That hasn't been like a leftover, something delicious that my mom has made. Over the whole weekend, we were over at my parents' house, and my mom just made this incredible pasta. She made this egg bake on Easter morning for breakfast. It was all so good, and then I had leftovers. Leftovers are gone, and now it's just stuff that I've made for lunch. Yeah, so it's not quite as exciting. It was good, you know, just not as exciting as when you have mom's food.
Don't you typically, are you a salmon person, I think, for lunch?
I do really like salmon.
Is that what you had today?
No, today I had like a taco mac and cheese, which was actually, it was good.
amazing.
Yeah, it was
Unreal.
fine. It was good. It just wasn't, you know, like...
It wasn't what your mom makes.
That doesn't sound mid or low. That sounds high to me.
It was
good.
I shouldn't hate on my taco mac and cheese too much, but it is hard when you go, you know, all weekend you go with your mom cooking, and then you have to make it yourself.
It's a tough turnaround.
It is.
Tough turnaround. Love
the
those.
problems of a 31-year-old.
You learn to love those leftovers too.
Seriously.
Yeah. Hey, coming up on today's show, it's a blindfold for me today. Hunter took me over to Swift's Leadership Martial Arts in Duluth's Denfeld neighborhood. I'm breaking boards and trying out a few protective maneuvers in their studio.
And then coming up later, we meet a group of Canadian students who are toppling thousands of mac and cheese boxes for charity, as they also chase a world record, too.
Now, that's a good lunch right there. Talk about that. Oh.
Yeah, that's lunch for years.
Right? Seriously.
Holy cow. Well, let's get into today's talker, shall we? New data is showing what states outbound Wisconsinites are moving to. Okay, so people leaving Wisconsin, where they're going. According to a study done by United Van Lines, the top 3 states people are leaving Wisconsin for are Minnesota, no surprise, I suppose, Illinois, also close by, and Florida, a warmer climate.
Sure.
Funny enough, Wisconsin appears to be the #1 state for Minnesotans leaving, and that's according to the Minnesota Demographic Center.
We're just switching residents. We're swapping residents. It's like a trade. It's like we're in the National Basketball
Greg Joseph or something, you know, going over to Green Bay Packers.
Brett Favre to the Vikings.
Yes, that's how it goes. I've been known to make fun of Wisconsin before, you know. As Minnesotans, we kind of do, but I love Wisconsin.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful over there. It's a cool state. People mostly are pretty cool over there. And Illinois, my brother anyway, says it's like the worst state out there.
Really?
Like it's like Chicago's kind of cool, but then it's like the longest state. And if you're driving through it, like he went down to New Orleans one time and he had to drive through Illinois. And he's like, it never ends. You're just driving, and you're still in Illinois, and there's nothing else other than farms and stuff out there. I hope we don't have any Illinois viewers out there.
We got Frank in Chicago.
We got Frank. See, Chicago's cool.
You said Chicago was cool.
Chicago's cool.
Yeah.
So if you are from Illinois, feel free to defend yourself. But I hear it's kind of mid, as Briggs was saying.
I feel like this study makes sense for all the the Packers fans in Minnesota and maybe the Vikings fans in Wisconsin. You know, growing up, I had a ton of friends who were still have friends that are Packers fans, and they never lived in Wisconsin. I'm like, why are you a Packer fan?
Makes no
sense. Because like their parents, you know, are in Wisconsin and stuff like that.
I feel like #2 for Minnesotans leaving, though, has to be Colorado. I know so many friends who I grew up with who, if they've left Minnesota, chances are they're living in Denver now.
I do know a couple folks who are in Colorado.
I don't think I do. That's interesting, though. Interesting point.
Minnesota and Wisconsin so similar, though, so I can see why it'd be easy to like switch between the two if you were going back and forth. You'll notice, though, Iowa not on either.
That's even worse than Illinois.
Quite possibly.
I'm sure Colton has some. If Colton doesn't like driving through Illinois, he probably doesn't like driving through Iowa.
And luckily, it's quick though. It's nice and small.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It is smaller. Well, when you go out to eat, tipping is a way to show appreciation after receiving a service. However, in recent years, many Americans have now seen it as an inconvenience. According to a recent WalletHub survey, people are exhausted with an expanding tipping culture. The survey showed that 3 in 4 Americans think tipping has gotten out of control. The study also showed that more than 1 in 4 people tip less when they're presented with a tip suggestion screen. And I'll say this. When you're out, it's nice to tip people, especially if you're getting a coffee or, of course, getting a meal from somebody. I just have the problem with when people turn the screen around and they say, it's going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Just be honest with me. Just say, it's going to ask you to tip.
Yes.
You know, as opposed to the whole question thing, it's like, just be upfront.
They're a little sheepish, you know, like, hey, here's this thing, you know.
It's going to ask you a question.
It's like, I'll give you my money. Here's some money.
It's funny they said that people presented with the tip screen actually tip less, because I feel pressured into tipping more.
Seriously?
When they turn it around and someone's right there and you're like 15, 18, 20, 25 or whatever it gets up to these days, and I'm like, oh my gosh, 25? I don't know.
I panicked, and they always kind of turn to the side there. Let's gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
I won't look.
I'm sure, they're not looking, but I still feel like they are. Oh, you're going 15%, are you? All right, next time I'm spitting in your food.
Your coffee might come a little slower.
Also, that survey found that some people at self-checkouts, I don't know where in the world, self-checkouts are now asking for tips.
Oh,
I don't know what stores, but it did say that in the WalletHub survey on our website.
I don't mind tipping for a service at all. That's great. But when you're doing it yourself, that part I don't understand. And I know there's people behind the scenes, who deserve their tips too, but I don't know.
It's almost like a social experiment to see how stupid human beings can be. If they're tipping a machine, what? That makes no sense to me. I don't know. That's
all
weird.
in all, shout out to our restaurant staff out there.
Yes,
hard
huge
workers.
fan. Huge fan.
Customer service, thumbs up.
Love the
Big thumbs up.
to you guys. Well, we've all heard of wedding and baby shower registries, but apparently divorce registries are now becoming a thing. Back in January, the New York Times Magazine ran an essay by a novelist who was recounting how her divorce registry helped keep her afloat after her split. On TikTok, people have also been sharing what it's like to ask for household goods after a marriage ends. One person said, quote, "It's a comforting way to offer more than just flowers, giving some folks some help on a new journey." Okay. So I could see that, it makes sense if you maybe living in the same home and then you have to, go your separate ways. You might not have the basics like a toaster or just like kitchen supplies or something like that.
Somebody takes your air fryer, even after a breakup, like a breakup registry. The couch, if you don't get the couch.
Breakup registry.
You gotta get things back into your new place.
That sweatshirt you always wanted back, register for it again.
There we go. Not a bad idea.
A whole lot more coming up after the break.
Welcome back. At a Duluth martial arts school, they say a person who achieves a black belt is simply a former white belt who never gave up on their dream.
Yeah, Hunter here took me to Swift Leadership Martial Arts, where I was instructed on how to overcome the obstacles that were placed in my path. Oh, hello!
Welcome to Leadership Martial Arts.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan and Jessa.
Jessa, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
It's karate.
Oh, no way.
What do you think?
Let's do it. Woo! All
I
right.
hope you're up for a uniform and breaking a board. And
I'm excited. Let's do it. Yeah.
This is fabulous. I'm going to throw a uniform at you first.
Perfect. Let's do it. Yeah. Throw my jacket down. Nice. Nice. That's a nice size. Then tie it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting ready for the school bus or something.
Yeah, there we go.
I look nice. I'm starting at white belt. I might be a no belt. Cool.
That's beautiful. What a stud. Look at this guy.
White belt represents pure and without knowledge.
Whoa.
So there's really nothing lower than that. This is how we're going to train for your very first board break. Yeah, there you go, Ryan. Woo. Let's do two more. One more.
I'm just going to pretend the board's Hunter.
Whoa!
Start with that.
No, that's not nice.
Okay, Ryan, we're going to have you step back with those hands up. Kick right through.
Oh, I missed it. I got high.
Yeah. Wow. More. You got nice flexibility. Finish it off. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. We broke
Your
it.
first ever board break. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Woo, one more. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, you got a
Good
really
job.
nice, snappy, fast kick.
Thank you.
Okay, we're just going to do that same thing. We're going to try it propped open.
Okay. All right.
Just watch your toes.
Okay.
Get that
Oh, I'm watching my toes. Oh, here we go.
Get that heel up there.
You got this. Yeah! Oh my gosh, you got a lot of speed on that kick, which makes so much difference.
Woo!
It's really good.
Snappy.
All right, all the way close.
Snappy.
All right.
Oh, one more try, watch toes. Yeah! Woo! That was so awesome.
Nice job.
I thought I'd also do a little self-defense.
Yeah.
Up for that. Awesome.
Can I attack him?
Yes. Go for it. No, wait.
Oh.
We're in the defense first. Okay, we are going to do a very basic wrist release where you're pulling out of somebody grabbing you.
Okay.
A lot of people think self-defense is just going to be against the bad guy punching, but a lot of times it's more of they're going to grab you in some way, shape, or form and get you away from witnesses. So what we're going to do is they're going to have some kind of grip. We're going to watch for where the thumb is and then pull where the thumb is. One more time.
So pull
Or, oh, sorry. Oh, where the thumb is.
Yeah, and you offered to attack him, so go for it.
Oh! Attack me, Hunter.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just a drill. It's just a drill.
I'm over.
So I like to grab my own hand because I'm, just 100 and some pounds.
It's like this. I'm gonna go.
Grab your own hand.
Over.
Oh, nice. We got a bad guy right there.
Here's
ready
the
to
body.
attack.
Here's the. Try it again. Try me.
Ah, dang, foiled again.
Foiled.
No, I won't be able to grab your arm again.
No.
Okay, so make a nice tight fist for me. Yeah, you always want that thumb on the outside. We're gonna rotate that hand forward. Very nice. Switch. Excellent. Yeah. That's a basic punch. You're always striking with these first two knuckles, so you don't want too much curve in that arm.
First two.
Yeah, it's gonna look like this. Come on over.
First.
Yeah, you got some strength there. That's very good.
Well, beating me, of course.
Nice.
This thing's going down.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Here we go, Hunter.
See more motivating.
That's like 3 times as hard.
Really good. Power.
It was fun. That's good stuff. I feel more powerful after that. I feel like ready to rock in a way.
Feel confident?
I feel confident. Yeah, I'd say feel confident. I feel like I have something in me that can be found. But I feel like I have something in me that's ready to be a fighter. We all have a fighter in us.
No way! Crazy, weird.
That was wild.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
I use a whole lot, but we have it for our demo team.
That was cool.
Came up with this versus two.
That was intense.
I wanted to make sure I didn't get in the way of Jessa when she was throwing those things around. It was wild.
One thing we learned, don't mess with Jessa, whatever you do.
No, she knew what she was doing clearly with those. Did you get to try those out? The nunchuck?
We got to try the smaller ones, and she gave me the outfit and the white belt, so I got the white belt on.
Cool.
I thought it would have been too hot underneath these lights to try out the whole outfit.
The whole thing.
But we did try nunchucks, so it was pretty darn cool.
Yeah, it was such a cool experience, and I can see where that can be kind of like yoga, a form of relaxation, like kind of letting out the stress, and that's a really cool practice that people do.
And it's cool they're talking about like building confidence and practicing leadership through those martial arts too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think kids can learn a lot. Hey, we're going to talk more about this after the break, including a nice story from Canada. Big thanks again to Jessa at Swift Leadership Martial Arts in Duluth's Denfeld neighborhood. I think I learned that Hunter has a vicious kick. Your kicks were so snappy. They were quick.
I didn't know I was going to be that nimble. I get my foot pretty high. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I learned some stuff about myself that day.
We also saw, Hunter put the picture of him up at the above the punching bag.
Little inspiration.
Motivated me to swing even harder. Yeah.
It's weird because they like doubled in strength when I put the picture
Yeah,
up there.
you need to find what motivates you out there at home.
That's true. The question is, are you going to stick with it now until you get to a black belt?
Probably not.
That might be the
I
extent.
think there's a lot of things you can learn. Self-defense was a big one.
Yes.
And like we were talking before the break too, just learning respect. We did a lot of bowing, which was kind of nice, and respecting leadership and vice versa.
Yeah, not a bad skill to learn.
Not a bad skill to learn. Yeah, we're gonna have Jessa and her team's information on our social media post later on.
Awesome. Have to check them out. Well, some kids in Canada recently set up thousands of Kraft mac and cheese boxes only just to knock them all down.
Yeah, they're trying to set a world record while helping out their local food bank in Saskatchewan. Here's how it went.
A very well-intended attempt to set a world record for the largest single-serve food box domino topple.
We got 13,000 boxes and we're gonna donate it to the food bank after we do the topple dominoes with it.
Putting box after box and then we go back and knock it like this because every box has to be exactly one box apart.
As fast as possible, but try not to knock it over.
My topple team, as I refer to them as, they're 11 and 12-year-old students, elementary school students, but they're so eager, the 12 of them, to come and make this a reality.
Had to do a little bit of domino practice at recesses.
I've knocked over it twice.
I knocked over once. We leave a gap of 3 boxes, so if something happens and it gets knocked over, the whole thing won't not be knocked over.
The community really turned out and supported us and provided us with about 7,000 boxes. But then we kind of hooked up with the Kraft Heinz Canada people, and they were so excited about what we were doing. They gave us an additional 5,500 boxes on top of what we had raised as a community.
Mr. Fox likes to take 3 students every week, right?
Yeah.
To the food bank, and we get to help him, and so this is just amazing too, and it's just great helping out.
All of the food gets donated to the local food bank. It's all going to a worthy cause. It's all going to combat food insecurity here in Saskatchewan.
He's gonna pick names out of a hat, and then whoever he picks is the person that gets to knock it down. It's gonna look amazing, and it's gonna be so much fun to watch, and I'm just so excited.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Seeing all that success from all that setting up. Yeah, I would probably be the one that accidentally turns around trying to talk to a friend and the whole thing just starts.
Right in the middle of it too, so it just messes the whole thing up. Oh my gosh.
What an awesome physics lesson for those kids too.
Right.
You know, having to set it up and practice, kind of knocking them down to see the right placement. So cool.
I was telling these too that apparently Kraft mac and cheese is unbelievably popular in Canada. Hence the different packaging, like the Kraft Dinner KD packaging.
KD.
Didn't know.
I hope it's the same recipe because our Kraft Dinner, the best thing ever.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Very good cause. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. Tomorrow, right here on Northern Life, a broken or stuck zipper can sadly ruin your favorite jacket or pants. So this week, Rachel Hackbarth is testing a product that is promising to easily fix any zipper. That's the worst when you have to either throw a jacket away or just never zipper it up again because it's broken. It's the worst. Your favorite jacket? My gosh.
I know. I need one of these. I've got a few jackets in my closet I can think of that are just waiting for a zipper to zip.
Yes.
I'm anxious to see this
When
one.
that little cloth gets in the way too, nothing worse.
That's the worst.
Nothing worse.
You gotta pull and then rip something usually.
Yeah, and then you hurt yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Pull your elbow.
Bleeding with the zipper in there.
You should be on an infomercial. Well, before we go, my Facebook didn't get hacked, my personal one, but there was someone out there trying to pose as me and sent friend requests to my friends over the weekend. And since I'm from Maple Grove, they named the profile Ryan Maple. So in case out there, if you got a friend request from Ryan Maple, that is indeed not me. And Briggs and Hunter were apparently very supportive of me in this battle. Briggs said we should invite Ryan Maple on the show. And Hunter said, not gonna lie, I kind of would rather be friends with Ryan Maple.
Jeez, harsh.
I know.
That was pretty harsh. I didn't mean that.
Much cooler cat and what an absolute stud.
Hey, he was a stud. Did you see that guy?
I mean, yeah, it was a good looking picture. So.
It was. I mean, come on. Ryan
Missed
Maple?
opportunity now going with Ryan Full, though.
Oh,
That's true.
That would have been good. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.